All right. Thank you, everyone, for being here today. I want to first thank Newport Aquarium and the Wave Foundation here for welcoming us today and for being a part of this project as we have entered MLS and are celebrating sustainability through the Greener Goals project. We're excited to share the results of this project, but first we'd like to provide some more background on why this is important. And so up first we have Eric Rose, the Executive Director here at Newport Aquarium.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming out today and celebrating the results from our first plastic bag challenge with our great community partners, FC Cincinnati. And I know community is a big part for not only Newport Aquarium, but for FC Cincinnati as well. But what was really special about this initiative and the collection of the bags is that it embraced also environmental sustainability. So not only can we reach out in the community, we can do good things for our environment at the same time. And this is not new to Newport Aquarium. One of the things we pride ourselves is helping our guests learn more what they can do for their environment. Just recently, the employees in Newport Aquarium, we had our own internal flat plastic challenge. In just a few weeks, we collected over 500 pounds of flat plastic. That's the equivalent of 2 loggerhead sea turtles of plastic that we've removed from the environment. And that's not only important for the animals in our oceans, it's important for all of our animals here in our ecosystems here in greater Cincinnati as well. And the important message is a couple of small little acts can actually turn into very sustainable, long-term, permanent lifestyle choices. So recently I just got back from the Gulf Coast. There everyone goes on spring break from the Midwest. And the families with my daughter and my family going up collecting shells in the morning, I was so surprised, pleasantly surprised to see how many families were not only collecting seashells, they were carrying bags collecting plastic off the beach before. And out of the decades I've been traveling to the Gulf Coast, I've never seen that before. So it all starts with us. It all starts with our partnerships with FC Cincinnati. A couple of small acts can evidently turn into long-term, permanent lifestyle choices. So thank you for the partnership, and I'd love to hear more about what you got coming up.
Thank you, Eric. I'm Scott Wingate. I'm the Executive Director of the Wave Foundation, Newport Aquarium's nonprofit partner. So we create community change through our education programs, our conservation initiatives, and our volunteer services. And we are excited to be a part of this triumvirate of organizations looking to create change and reduce plastics to help save our local waterways and protect ultimately our oceans and these beautiful species that you see swimming behind me. Believe it or not, as a society, in the next 30 years, there will be more plastics in our oceans than fish. But it's programs like this that are going to eliminate those plastics and reduce the number of plastic pollutions in our oceans. And if you guys want to be involved and make a difference, visit wavefoundation.org. And June 15th, we will be doing a river sweep so you can get direct conservation action and be hands on the land, picking up plastics and other debris on the banks of the Ohio River. So thank you. And Jeff, if you'd like, come on up.
Well, good morning. Thank you, Eric and Scott, for the work you do in educating Greater Cincinnati about marine life and environmental sustainability. Education is so critical here for young people particularly, and then sometimes young people drive the parents to help understand the connectivity between decisions we make, actions we take in our daily living, and how that affects the community. And it's appropriate here on Earth Day, where we really try to raise awareness of lifestyle choices and the impact that those choices have on our Earth, to celebrate the good works in the education we have right here at the Newport Aquarium. I remember in the 1980s being on a college campus at Miami University celebrating Earth Day. It was that education that made me try to be a little bit more sensitive to our environmental choices. When I was on Cincinnati City Council, having the opportunity to introduce a recycling program Now we just sort of take it as a given that, of course, people recycle. But it wasn't always that way. It was through education. It was through awareness. And so with FC Cincinnati, with having an impact in our community, for being committed to making our community a better place, it was natural that we were going to partner with the Wave Foundation and the Newport Aquarium to talk about sustainability. So here on Earth Day, we're pleased to announce that on Friday night, through our partnership and the great education that we have here, we collected over 6,000 bags from our fans at the FC Cincinnati game, is represented right here to my right. So our fans did a great job. So this is a culmination of our FC Cincinnati fans and the Newport Aquarium visitors coming together to make a difference. Think about it. If we did this in 3 weeks, what could we do over the course of a year if we make this a commitment the entire year, if we raise awareness the entire year? Not everyone thinks about, the consequence. Where do these bags go? What happens to them? What happens to the plastic jugs? What happens to the water bottles? But we see too often they end up in our oceans and impact the beautiful marine life that we depend on this planet, and we so enjoy observing and learning from. So we certainly call on the greater Cincinnati community and, of course, all our fans who tend to be a little bit younger to make these lifestyle choices in a way that preserve our environment. We've partnered with Sherry the Bag Lady, who created this beautiful mat. Look at this. With the help of some of our FC Cincinnati players and their kids, Sherry the Bag Lady has helped us repurpose these bags into something more useful. And we want to have folks understand that when they're giving the bags, they're not only helping the environment, but they're allowing them to be turned into something useful. Sherry was here last week at the Aquarium and last week at the Carl Linder YMCA in the West End. She will work with organizations in schools to turn the plastic bags into plarn, which can then be created into other needed items, including bags for food pantries, mats for homeless shelters, and animal shelters. And so, again, the great example that we have here, I hope people will be inspired to say, yes, I want the plastic bags to help others and to not hurt the environment. It's easy to support sustainable projects around Earth Day, but again, I really hope that we use today as an inspiration, a reminder that there are small choices we make each and every day that can have an impact on our environment and lives into the future. So thank you again to all of our fans of FC Cincinnati, our staff who helped put this together, and of course to the Newport Aquarium and the Wave Foundation for their leadership on this project. Thank you all very much.